What's going on, everybody? It's Stephanitis TV checking in, and tonight we are going to go over sad death. We're just going to take a moment of silence for DJ Slade. That's Little John's son. Unfortunately, he passed away a day ago. Found in a pond out in the Milton area. If you're from Atlanta and you know about the Milton area, there's no way a 27-year-old man went in the pond. What you was doing? Well, it's nothing but Indian people out there. No, I'm not being funny. I'm serious. It's not too much harm can be going on out there. So it's kind of weird, you know. Ain't nothing going on out there in Milton, but we're just gonna go down a few videos, and I'm just gonna speak on it because, you know, Lil Jon been real active lately. You know, getting back into the media, getting back into on TV and stuff, and you know, he's been out the limelight for a while, and we know that a lot of these artists, when they, you know, get back into the game after being out the game for a while, there's certain things you gotta do. Like he's a part of like the Super Bowl stuff. Jay-Z selects the artist for the Super Bowl. You know, if you want to put that into account, you know that, you know, something had to be sacrificed. I'm not trying to just put that out there, but you know, if you know about the 27 Club, a lot of people pass away or whatever happens to them at 27. It's like that number right there is kind of odd. I'm just gonna say that much. But we're gonna start with this one right here. Hold on, he has something going on himself.
The body from a pond near Mayfield Road to Milton.
Minutes rapper Lil Jon sends a statement after searchers found his son dead in a pond. Thanks for being with us. I'm Wendy Corona.
And I'm Karen Greer. This afternoon, divers pulled the body from a pond near Mayfield Road to Milton. Lil Jon telling Film Fashion News moments ago that he is extremely heartbroken. The tragic
The 27 Club.
27-year-old Nathan Smith was, quote, the kindest human being you would ever meet.
That's what I'm saying. Milton, a nice area.
Their neighbors were afraid it was going to end this way.
Yeah, well, not everyone in this area knew Nathan Smith. Many were very, very familiar with his famous father, rapper Lil Jon. And Milton police say the body believed to be Smith's was recovered from this pond. On the banks of a small pond in Mayfield Park in Milton, the city's fire rescue department set up a tent. Around noon, divers with the
That's a shallow pond. Well, they said divers.
And moved it undercover.
I don't know.
Georgia Hine had hoped
There's no currents in there. No pulling.
It's so sad to see something like this happen.
Well, you can walk out of there.
It's our neighbors.
Milton police say the remains are believed to be 27-year-old Nathan Smith, who had been reported missing Tuesday morning.
But it ain't no current in that water.
Leaving his nearby home under what they called unusual circumstances. By Friday morning, the team...
Man, come on. Hold on, people. Hey, I'm not a professional, but there's a lake in front of my neighborhood, right? And if you see this bank line here, that's shallow water. That means this is the bottom of the lake, right here. That's the bottom. There's no water in that lake. That lake is like, you can walk through there.
Focused the search to the pond.
Pond, not a lake. Correct myself, a pond.
They have no indication of foul play, but the investigation remains open and active. Smith was in the music business, where he was better known as DJ Young Slade, the son of Grammy Award-winning artist Lil Jon.
I was very familiar with his dad's music, and maybe it's a generational thing, I don't know.
No, we know she was doing. Hey. She didn't want to say she was a party animal growing up. Generational thing, huh? Condolence to that young brother. But you know that it just that was a pawn.
I go by DJ Young Slade. DJ, produce, engineer, and an artist. And
So he was trying. Oh, so he had his own little.
Nathan Smith, aka DJ Young Slade, son of rapper Lil Jon, has died. He was only 27 years old.
So this is another video. This is another video that had good details on what was going on. This is when I saw they said missing person, and I saw that he cut his eyebrows and his hair off. It's like when you see stuff like that, you would think like a mental issue could have occurred. But as y'all saw in the beginning, Buddy looked like he was well taken care of. Looked healthy. He looked like he worked out. Then you see this. And missing person, like where was the transition? I don't know the man personally, but you can see there was something that happened that put him in this state of mind. Traumas, who knows?
Earlier this week, with authorities suggesting he was experiencing some sort of mental health crisis and calls to search for him. Before announcing on Friday, they discovered Nathan's body in a pond near his home outside of Atlanta. While an investigation is ongoing, no foul play is suspected. Soon after, Lil Jon thanked the local police department in a statement to ET, writing, "I am extremely heartbroken for the tragic loss of our son. Nathan was the kindest human being you would ever meet."
And that's another thing that I realized about the news, man. If y'all ever like watch one station go to another station, but they're saying the exact same script. Literally, for verbatim, these newscasts say the same thing, man.
He was immensely caring, thoughtful, polite, passionate, and warm-hearted. He loved his family and the friends in his life to the fullest.
When we get older, we realize we should be, family is important.
Lil Jon welcomed Nathan with his ex Nicole in 1998 as he was launching Atlanta's punk scene.
That's what the aunties remember.
E.T. talked to the father-son duo together in 2018 as Nathan create his own name and his own sound in 2018 as
these hand signs, man.
E.T. talked
Y'all got. He was trying to be in the industry, so seeing them hand signs and stuff.
Father-son duo together in 2018.
Gonna let y'all take that.
His own name and his own sound while studying music at NYU.
I never knew that he made music.
One day he told me he wanted to learn how to DJ. Chris was 11 years old.
it's funny, my dad never wanted me to be in music. He just wanted me to do whatever I wanted to do. But honestly, I wasn't good at anything else. I tried sports and it just wasn't for me at all.
And he DJ'd and I literally shed a tear because seeing him kind of follow in our footsteps and just seeing him accomplish something.
As every father should.
That was
but you're not, bro. Hey, I'm not gonna say the allegations, but keep your kids out the mix. They be wanting your son and stuff. I'm gonna say that they be wanting the first son.
This is an original song by me. I produced it, the engineer, I recorded it myself. Dope to, appreciate my dad, show respect, and just look at all the things he's done. And it's nice to get the torch passed down. And it comes from him, but also I'm definitely taking it and making it my own.
R.I.P. the young man. But we're just gonna go down and show y'all about the 27 Club, because this everything. Man, kind of weird with this 27 Club history. It's like, does everything, what?
.27 Club isn't a place, nor is it an actual club to begin with. It's a collection of musicians and other famous people who have died at the age of 27. Before the 27 Club became a thing, it actually stretched years prior into the 1800s. But in 1969 was when the term 27 Club first appeared in an article written about the death of the Rolling Stones guitarist Brian Jones in Rolling Stone magazine. It has since become a legendary coincidence and quote-unquote club ever since. With other musicians dying just before or just after the age of 27, 27 years seems to be the certain age musicians and famous people living in the fast lane unfortunately meet the ends of their lives. Now, as the list of the members of the 27 Club is quite long, we are going to go through a majority of them. We're going to stop at some of the more bigger and notable names and read a little bit about their lives and their final days on Earth and figure out why they passed at such an early age. The very first member of the 27 Club is Alexandre Levy. He died January 17, 1892, and he was a Brazilian composer, pianist, and conductor. And starting at the age of 16, he was composing music on the piano, and he infused classical styles with Brazil's folk and rhythms. His cause of death is undetermined. Robert Johnson, born May 8, 1911, died August 16, 1938. The legendary and mysterious blues guitarist and singer, he is known as the man who created rock and roll, the great-grandfather of rock.
So this movie Sinners was based off him, or was about his childhood coming up. He was like a main character in Sinners with the vampires and stuff. And they say about his story, like he had went to Papa Legba. If you don't know who that is, do your own research. I'm not gonna explain that. But I can explain that you got to go to a four-way, any four-way, anywhere. Have 4 pennies. Put a penny on each corner. I don't know what you do after that. I know that's what you do, and you have something to take something with you. Don't go empty-handed. If you're doing this, you're going empty-handed. From what I done read and heard, you are going to be what's going to be exchanged. So if you want to go in there on a better note, you better go in there with some drink, something, and go in there and talk accordingly. And listen, do not get tricked out your life. That's all I'm going to say.
Rock and roll.
And I'm going to say one more thing. This man could not play the guitar at all. Man couldn't play at all. He went and did that. That boy came back and he made the blues. The blues was created off a man that went and talked to Papa Legba and got these powers and went crazy. Look at his hands. Look at his hand right there. Come on now. And that's the top of the strings. Whose hand is that? Who's playing the guitar? Hey, I'm gonna just leave it at that. Let's keep it rolling.
He started out mostly performing on street corners and juke joints, as he had little to no recognition as he was alive. What has kept his music alive to this day is from the 2 recording sessions he did with Country Hall of Fame producer Don Law, in which 29 songs along with 13 alternate takes were recorded in a room with just Robert Johnson and his guitar. Robert Johnson is best known for the legendary story that he met the devil who gave him his talent at a crossroad near the plantation he lived on at midnight. It's said the devil took his guitar, tuned it, played some songs, then returned it back to Robert, thus making Robert a master of the blues. His death was documented by...
This is documented. Hey, don't kill the messenger. This magic stuff these folks doing, it's going on.
fellow blues musician Sonny Boy Williamson, who was with Robert when Robert was playing a few weeks at a country dance. It was known that Robert was flirting with a married woman, and a jealous husband had poisoned a drink that his wife offered Robert. Williamson knocked the drink from Robert's hand, telling him not to drink from a bottle he didn't open. Robert replied back, "Don't ever knock a bottle out of my hand." As later on in the night he accepted another drink from the married woman that he was flirting with. Within the next few days, Robert was in immense pain, which worsened as days went on.
It poisoned him.
Robert Johnson joined the 27 Club on August 16, 1938, from poisoning. Swing jazz pianist Nat Jaff died August 5, 1945, with complications from high blood pressure. R&B singer, pianist, and songwriter Jesse Belvin died February 6, 1960, from a car crash. Vocalist for the Drifters, Rudy Lewis, died May 20th, 1964, from a drug overdose. R&B and gospel singer Joe Henderson died October 24th,
This is right, a lot, right?
From a heart attack.
27 Club
Original
going crazy.
member and lead guitarist of Spanky and Our Gang, Malcolm Hale, died October 31st, 1968, from carbon monoxide poisoning. Rock and roll singer Dickie Pride died March 26th, 1969, from overdosing on sleeping pills.
So
Rolling Stones founder and guitarist Brian Jones, born February 28th, 1942.
So we're gonna end it here. I'm gonna let a few more play, but that was just to give you a rundown so you can have an idea that, you know, a lot of these things aren't what a coinky dink. I call it coinky dink, but coincidence, you know, because I just know and been seeing so much at this point. If we don't share the information with each other and help each other get enlightened on situations, this is how we'll be blinded and we'll be called sheeple. They will be called sheeple. Okay, sheeple definition is people that's willing to be led without questioning and without asking on what's going on. They just taking it however it comes. And we're not doing that. We're helping each other, enlightening each other, and keeping each other in the light. So we can't keep allowing our people to be treated any way and done any way just for entertainment. As y'all can see, this been going on. It's not a race thing. You see both ethnicities getting knocked off, gone.
Died July 3rd, 1969. Playing the London blues and jazz scene in the early 1960s, Jones found himself around many legendary musicians that were just starting their come up, from Paul Jones, Eric Clapton, and Jack Bruce. 1962, with fellow bandmates, he formed the Rolling Stones. Through lots of
big
hard
impact,
times,
right?
in 1969,
Rolling Stones now.
He wasn't fit to tour with the rest of the band due to his mood swings, drug and alcohol use, and was asked to leave the band.
He started
Before
the
his
band.
death, he was planning on putting together a new band and had recorded some demos. Jones had bought and found residence at Kochford Farm, which its prior owner was A. Milne, the author of the Winnie the Pooh books. At midnight during the night of July 2nd and early morning of July 3rd, 1969, Jones was found motionless at the bottom of his pool by his girlfriend, and he was pronounced dead by the time the doctors took him to the hospital. His cause of death was ruled as drowning, but the coroner report states death by misadventure. Brian Jones's death set off a whole idea of the 27 Club, as the 70s hit with immensely talented rock and roll musicians dying at the age of 27. German vocalist Alexandra died July 31st, 1969, from a car crash. Getting into the 1970s, leader, singer...
Y'all get the drift of what's going on. Watch out, man. This stuff is not just happening for no reason. Be careful out here. They playing the game, and they using us like chess pieces. And if you don't, we're not trying to be a part of the game. We're not trying to be a part of the matrix. We breaking the matrix right now every day. So people, be careful out here. Thank y'all for watching. Just trying to give y'all enlightenment on what's going on out here in this world. Stephen TV. Peace.